Welcome to the New England Business Member Spotlight. It's a pleasure to introduce my friend Electra Govoni with TAB. Electra, tell us about your business.
Thank you so much. Well, I appreciate this moment to, and as you'll notice on the slide, get an insider look at what it's like to be involved in a peer advisory group. And so I am a business coach, but a part of how I do my coaching is I bring business owners together, and then the fun begins. And so let me just take you a little bit inside that. But first, of course, a little bit about me. And so this is a bit of a through the years, from being a small kid with my mom. I was born and raised in Burlington and live here today. I was the baby of the family. And of course, so getting attention was a primary endeavor in my childhood, causing trouble. But I got to tell you, I adored animals. And so that has continued through my life. And it is a fun part of what I do. And so getting a little bit older, I went to Burlington High. I met my husband working at Long's. It was my first part-time job. Asked him to the prom. He said yes. And the fun began from there. I went to a local college, Merrimack College in Andover, where I studied computer science and management. And so after that, I embarked on a 35 plus years in the financial industry, focused on technology and strategy, and how does technology move your business forward, and eventually into organization development and change management, which you can see sort of took me down that path to a business coach. Joe and I did get married. In fact, we got married on 9/11 in 1988. So 9/11, yeah, we were attempting to celebrate our anniversary at the Boston Harbor Home when 9/11 hit. And however, we've been married for 34 years and it's been fun. We don't have any kids. We do have dogs. And right now we have a lovely Bambi, who's a shelter dog, 14 years old, chow mix. And we carry her around a lot at this point because 14 is not an easy age for a dog. But then here I am today, and you might, if you guys played the golf tournament, this is me with the Woburn Chamber Golf Tournament with my sign. And I am today a business coach and an executive coach. And in addition, I also am the president of the Woburn Chamber of Commerce, and I love history. And so one of the things I do is I'm on the board of the Winchester Historical Society. But a little bit more about me. This is a picture of my friends and I taken in Uruguay a couple of years ago. And I love it because, one, I'm with my friends. And when it gets to the heart of like what makes me tick, friends, family, community is at the heart of it. And followed by that, I'd love to have fun. And this sort of picture captures a little bit of all of that. So in Uruguay, you can go to a beach in which this is a statue. And of course, we did a little bit of a scene as if we were going to be, killed by whoever was coming out of the sand. But if I had to summarize like why coaching, I am obsessed with the notion of what makes a healthy community. And I think healthy small and medium-sized businesses play a big role at that. And so I want these companies to be built to last. I want them to be sustainable. I want them to keep creating jobs and bringing wealth into these communities. And then ultimately, how can we build for a better tomorrow? There's lots of challenges, and I believe each moment, each little thing that we do to shift makes it all better. So that's a little bit about what makes me tick. But now let's talk about TAB. It is a global community. We're in over 22 countries. It is a franchise. It was started by a gentleman named Alan Fishman in 1990. He was a CEO. And as a CEO, his board of directors was invaluable to him. And he sort of looked around and had other friends who were CEOs who didn't have a board. And he really saw the deficit that they had attempting to do all the complexities of running a business without that feedback and without that trusted group. So he embarked on creating Tab. And over time, over 10,000 businesses have been a part of the success here. And we are today a global community, and we do connect global business owners together. And it is our mission. So the life of a business owner, and I know many of these audience, everyone in the audience can relate to some of what I'm going to describe, because it can be filled with ups and downs. On the upside, can be fast paced, and you are living your dream. You love the essence of what you're doing, and you're also generally you're after some freedom and autonomy and wanting to drive your own boat, hands on the wheel, whatever it is. You have that mission to control your own destiny, and seeking the financial success that comes along with being successful in this endeavor. But once you get into it, you realize this is hard work, and it's not for everybody. And there are ups and downs. And in some cases, it can feel like it's taken over your life. 24/7 is the business. And then the question, what happens? Like, are you sleeping? What's happening with your personal relationships? And how's your health? Because if this stuff is out of whack, this is not the ingredients for sustainable. This isn't the ingredients to drive yourself to burnout, and there goes the company. And so we want to help that situation, so that this is not, your business is not running you, you're running your business. There can be disillusionment. I had this great vision, and now I can't even remember what I was all excited about because I'm so tired. And the realities are tough. And it can be lonely. One of the number one things I hear from business owners is, I have nobody to talk to about my business. And that's not good, because it's awful to feel like it's all you and it's all the time. And let's face it, you're stressed out as a result. So this is the world that we're trying to help. And I just want to say, we're all looking for the right answers and at the right time, but it does not have to be a solo pursuit. Going it alone is not necessarily the way to get there faster, or even the way to really even find the right answers. So what Tab has to offer is a couple of things. And so this is like a foundational getting involved with Tab. There's individual coaching. And for some people, it's standalone coaching. They're not interested in the board, but most of my clients do both coaching and the round table. And, with coaching, it's, let's get clear on your vision, because you have a lot of hard decisions to make. And without that clarity, you don't have a guidepost to what's the right decision. So let's create those things. Let's create a plan around what's strategically important. Love KPIs, so we have a pulse on, are we moving the needle? And now let's get into the fun, get our hands dirty, and get it done. When you're in a roundtable, you discuss the pulse of your business. You talk about your KPIs and how it's going. You bring important issues and opportunities to the table for discussion. And in that discussion, you offer your knowledge, but you also receive knowledge from everyone else around the table. And it's not sexy, but accountability of knowing that these meetings are in place. And you said last month that you were going to do X, you're going to do it, just because you've got to go back into that room, virtual or otherwise. And so taking action makes all the difference. So here are some things just in the past month that got talked about. First one is about, I know that I have to improve my financial picture, and a big part of that equation is doing more with existing clients. So here's what I'm thinking. What am I missing? Here's another one. I need to hire, but I got to hire outside of my area of expertise, and I don't want to make a mistake. I need advice on how to do this well. Here's another one. My business partner and I are in trouble. We used to see eye to eye, and now he's running this way and I'm running this way. And I'm wondering, can this partnership be saved? Help me think this through. And then the last one, because time, man, talk about an asset that is people are most stressed out about. is I'm running so fast, working on what I think is so important, and yet the list of important never ends, and I'm not getting to it. So help me, help me see, what are you doing? What systems do you have in place to help get all of this done? And so those are just a couple of examples, but it gives you a sense on like, here's what we talk about. And then finally, here's what a great member looks like. I love talking to business owners who are curious, love to learn. They value community and understanding that diverse approaches are powerful. And they love knowing that I'm going beyond my blind spot anymore because I have other people who can help see that, things that I cannot see. They're hungry. They want something to happen in their business, and there's a value to the accountability that we give each other. So I have different types of boards of different size companies, but I industry agnostic. They are privately held business owners. And right now I am actively pursuing a couple of particular seats. So you can see it there, bookkeeping, someone with a financial background, love to have an attorney on one of my boards, and then someone who has a sales background. That's the demand of today, but generally I'd love just talking to hungry, open learners that are running businesses. So thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure talking to you this morning. I hope this has given you a little bit of an inside or look to a board.
Great job, Electra. You are a shiny example of a great person doing a great business. And so thank you for your partnership here. We look forward to supporting you.
Thanks so much.